Got any questions for DomiNque tonight, man? You know, y'all can ask me in that question box, and I'll ask them for y'all actresses that reached out to me today and asked me to ask her this and ask her that, and I'm like, all right. I might not remember everybody though. Everybody question. And I gotta make sure I don't miss her when she come in here. I've been good. I'm blessed. Chilling. Gotta keep an eye on it. Make sure she don't slip through the cracks, because sometimes you be waiting for people on here and they'll already be in. But the person I got coming on tonight is the true definition of a hustler. Somebody who grinds very hard, and you feel what I'm saying? She gonna explain. I'm gonna get her trying to open up on some of the paths she took to get where she at. Mackie, what's up? What's up, Mac? Yes, sir. My favorite movie that I did so far, probably Backfire, because Backfire was fun. It was my first time dealing with professional actors, majority professional actors, a professional set. I feel like, not that my other sets wasn't professional, but not to that magnitude. You know what I'm saying? It was a different vibe. It was a different feeling. So I think Backfire was, one of my best joints. But Brush was a better storyline. I think I wrote a better storyline on, Backfire is on Netflix. But I think I wrote a better storyline on Brush. That's on YouTube. Paris, what up? So I'm just waiting for DomiNque to come on here. She's in so much stuff, man. I was actually trying to get her to be Amina in my movie Backfire, and when we was working on that, she ended up doing Insecure, I think. So she was in Insecure, and so many other projects I'm about to let y'all know. I couldn't even get them all. She got a great body of work. So she said she'd be on here about 8:05. We got like one more minute for her. There she is. Look at that. See, I was just talking to y'all how professional she was. And I just said, DomiNque, I was like, she said she will be on here at 8:05. And as soon as I said that, so now they see that you don't play no games. So now y'all know everything I'm saying. It's
I'm
true.
here. Hi.
What's up? What's up?
Hi. Oh my God, this is so weird because I never do this.
I know. That's why I appreciate it so much. I was like, she don't really like to. I think I
Of
was.
course.
Can I take credit for this before I give you your introduction?
No, I was gonna say anything for you.
Was I the first
Anything
person
for
that
you.
said? Was I one of the very first person that said, "Yo, you need to utilize your live more"?
No, you do. You did say that, but I still was like,
You was like, "No, I don't want to
because
do it."
you get anxiety when you be on here because everybody's like, so now what? And you
And
just
now,
like,
and now you on it. I saw
and
you on
now
it
I'm
for the
on it.
first time, and
Yes, it's
and
exciting.
I
Thank
hit
you
you,
for
and you was
having
like,
me.
"Yeah, I like it a little bit. I got to get used to it."
Yeah, I don't know. We gonna see.
I know,
This
because you
probably
haven't
gonna
been
be.
on it too much after that.
Yeah, this probably gonna be like the first and last.
You
No,
have a
I'm just kidding.
lot.
I'm gonna get on there one more. I'm gonna get on there some more.
You have a lot of fans that say they love you in Philadelphia.
Really? Oh my
As you can
God.
see, a few people on my post said it.
Yeah, I know. I really would love to come to Philly. I've been saying that for years now. I really, really would love to.
Well, can I give
And
my
get
proper
and
introduction
get
before
some
you start getting into
cheesesteaks.
it?
Yeah.
Okay, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, the very multi-talented,
Oh.
extremely hard-working DomiNque Perry.
Stop it, John. Stop doing that. Don't do that.
who
Thank you.
who who um actually has a tremendous body of work, yo. Man, you talk a
Thank you.
lot, and I didn't even
For
know
years.
how much work you had myself.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been doing it for a really long time. It's it's been up and down, but it's all worth it. But I've been doing it for so long,
But
John.
I'm glad you said that
Mhm.
because I have a lot of actresses on here
Mhm.
who's paying attention, who wanted to tune in tonight, and you know, a lot of people look up to you
Yes. Yeah.
that's traveling into that, and they want to. Sometimes you gotta let them know it's not all sweet. Everybody got those ups and downs. You and I know because we talk
Yeah. Yeah. We
personally for
always talk about
years
it. Mhm.
about life, about work, about everything, and
Yeah. Yeah.
it, but you got to maintain that grind through everything, every situation.
Oh, most definitely. And not even just this career. I guess like any career that you try to step out on faith on that don't have like a by the book, like this is like going to school for a certain amount of years. Any career that you have to step out on faith on, it's gonna be a lot of up and downs. I get that's just life. That's
Right.
what I've realized, like any career, whether it's like music or acting, dance, anything that doesn't have a by the book step by step,
Okay.
it's going to take some time and it's going to take some struggle. So it's just all about like who wanted more and like who's willing to stick through it. Sometimes it takes years. I know that
Exactly.
for a fact.
I know that. So back to
Yeah.
what you were saying. Hold on, before we get a little deeper, you never been to Philly. I mean, I know what's up. You just telling the people.
No, yeah, so you know, but I'll tell him no, I've never been to Philly. I haven't really been a lot of places. I
See how she
really
doing, y'all. See how she doing, y'all. Philly.
let me tell you something. I want to come to Philly. Okay, is that where y'all say Johns and all of that? I
Yeah.
come to
You'll be a
there's
nice John down. You'll be a nice John to come through.
okay. Yeah, I want to get one of them Philly cheesesteak Johns. You know, meet me a couple of Guy Johns. That's what y'all using now. I heard
You
that on
see,
Creed.
you using it wrong, like how I use the New York stuff wrong.
Stop it! No,
The
I'm not. Like
Philly
John.
guy, John.
They said it's a noun. So like a guy is a John. Like oh, that food right there, that's a John. Like you know,
Okay.
that's what they said on Creed.
I
That's
know.
what
Yeah,
they
you.
talked
I
about.
think they should do a little bit more homework though.
Oh shit. That's how you know that I ain't been no damn where. I'm coming though. I swear I'm gonna come. I really do want to travel. I haven't even really been to New York yet.
I know.
So,
You don't
you know.
mess with the East Coast unless you're in Texas.
No, I do. I would love to come. The last time I went to New York, it was like a snowstorm. So I didn't really enjoy myself. I was only there for like 2 days.
Oh, okay.
So I gotta come back. I have to come back to New York, but I definitely have to come to Philly. We'll
You got
hang out. You
yeah,
don't even
of
come to
course.
Houston, so stop it. You
I
don't
know.
even
I
come.
keep telling you, I miss all the Southwesterns and everything.
I ain't never been to South by Southwest. That is in Austin. I do have to go there. I gotta explore my horizons, but you do need to come to
You
Houston.
work so much though.
I do, but yeah, and then I'm in Los Angeles, so I constantly have to be here. If I'm not here and now that I got a baby, I don't really do a lot of traveling. So if I'm not here, I'm back home in Houston.
Right. And okay, so I'm gonna ask you the first question. I really was gonna ask you something else first, but the first question came from um
Hmm.
an actress herself. Her name is DomiNque, and she's on here.
Okay.
And she asked me to ask you, um, what path did you take to get where you at? Like, meaning, not the path that you took, but what? I guess the same question I would have asked. I just went and asked it first. Like, what steps did you take? What necessary steps did you take to become successful? And successful is you are successful. You know, me and you know, you always say you're not where
Right.
you want to be. I'm not where I
Right.
want to be,
That
but
part.
you're very successful to me. One of my favorite actresses, and she wanted to know what's the steps you take, and the other actresses on here as well. Whether it's you started off doing this, then that, and got an agent
Yeah.
and did this and did that or whatever.
Yeah, it's been my career has been real up and down because I've been acting since I was a kid, literally. And I know a lot of actors say that, but some of us did start young. And so, I did a young performers program. It was a summer camp where they taught me like acting, singing, dancing, stage production. So I started out in theater coming up.
Okay.
So I felt like that was a really good thing. As far as film, I didn't start doing film until after I left college when I moved to Atlanta from Houston to try to get my acting more further and build my resume up more, because Houston is kind of dead when it comes to really expanding your career to a higher level. So I moved to Atlanta, and then I started doing short films there and like little web series here and there, and you know, doing acting classes there, because I feel like Atlanta was kind of the next step, because they was doing a lot of stuff when I was there. That was when Tyler Perry was hitting and stuff like that years ago. So
around how old were you then?
when I moved to Atlanta, I was 24.
Okay.
Okay, so I was there for 4 to 5 years. And I did a lot of web series and just sort of knew different actors in that circuit. And then I had an agent who was in New Orleans. I always say get an agent that's in the right city. So like in Los Angeles agent, Louisiana agent, Atlanta agent, you know, even if you're in New York, like I don't really know about the New York acting circuit, but even New York agents, because those are the main cities that have a lot of more castings and they have a lot of more filmings. So I would literally get an agent there. But what I did was I had an agent in, shout out to the People Store. Well, I had a few agents before then, and Dale Corral Talent Agency in New Orleans that got me Get Hard. And when I told my agent, which was the People Store at the time, hey, yo, make a list of managers that you know in LA and try to see if they can set up a meeting with me. And I will fly to LA and meet with these managers, because I was told a manager is what you need. So I flew out here. They gave me a list of managers that they knew. I flew out here, met up with some managers, end up getting signed by one, thankful be to God. And then from there, I said, well, I'm going to come out here to LA for 3 months, because coming from the South, LA is scary as hell. Like, it's expensive, and we ain't used to that. So I said, I'm going to give LA 3 months with this new manager that I had got. And I still had my agent in Atlanta, because I didn't trust LA like that yet, or my new manager. And when I came out here, I wasn't really getting any auditions. And I think my third audition here was for Insecure. So I had booked Insecure relatively fast moving out here, but I had been acting my entire life before that. So
that's the grind.
Yeah. So I think Insecure, when I came out here and I started working in Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, and Insecure was, I think, my third audition here, and I had ended up booking it. And from then on, it's just been, you know, it's still an up and down struggle for me. But I think Insecure, besides Get Hard, Insecure was that thing that really set me off.
So one thing you didn't say was, I sat on the couch.
Right.
I was hoping it was going to come to me.
No.
I knew a person. My sister, she knows a guy who was in the film business, so I was waiting to see if he gave me a call. No. Everything you just said was, I got up and did this. I got up and did that. I flew here and did that. I drove here and did that.
Right. Because Atlanta wasn't giving me, I gave Atlanta 4 to 5 years of my time. And I appreciated Atlanta so much, and the people that I met and the little small things that I did, even did small films back home in Houston, but it still wasn't it wasn't that level that I wanted to be on, man. So I was like, yo, what do I need to do, God? Okay. I had a bug like, well, everybody in LA do managers. Okay, cool. So let me hit up my agent here in Atlanta. Give me all the managers that y'all know, and I will fly my happy ass with my mother. I will fly to LA and meet up with these people. And all of them rejected me except for one. So, you know, it's definitely like a get up and go.
You still grind like that.
Oh,
when I get to running, hold on. When I get to running some of this down, because you always, this is how I love your mentality, because I think you don't really feel it sometimes because you're in the mix of it and you know what you want exactly. So you just be like, you know, I'm still this and that. But listen, this is the first time, because people always ask me, do you write your questions down? Do you say anything? I said no, because honestly, everybody that I have on the show, I usually know. Yeah. And I've known so far, and we have personal relationships, so I just talk. You're the first person I had to do this for.
Really?
And this is not even nowhere near remotely close to everything like that you've done. I want to add to or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Stop doing that.
Listen. So what's the first project that you did ever that you was really excited about?
The first project that I did ever was a film titled Because I Love You. We did it in Houston.
Mm.
It was, you know, low budget,
Yeah,
but
that's on
it
my
was
go
right.
ahead, it's on
But
my list.
it right. But it ended up on Netflix. I
Yeah,
think
that's
if
on
I'm
my
not,
list.
yeah, it was on
Mhm.
Netflix. So that was like the first time I was like, oh snap, like I'm on Netflix, like, you know, and Joseph Elmore was the director, and he's great. We're still friends. And till this day, if I ever needed anything or to do a project back home in Houston, he has me.
What year
So,
was that?
oh my God, that was like 2010, 2011. Yeah. My one of before that, I did America's Best Dance Crew. That was on MTV.
That's
That
why
was
I said
my
multi-talented because you dance and everything.
yeah,
Like
dance.
you
I
do
was
it
in a
all.
dance crew. Shout out to Extreme Motion. You know what I'm saying? So I did that. And I thought I was gonna call my mama after I got off of MTV. I was gonna call her and say, "Yo, quit your job. We like the new Jabberwockies, the female Jabberwockies, like, and we got eliminated the first episode." But that's cool though. I
That's
really
cool
thought I
though.
made it. That was the first thing. When I was 21, that was the first project that I did that I was like, "Yo, it's done." I ain't do it with the acting, but I'm getting in there with the dancing. You know what I'm saying? But
Uh-huh.
no, it ain't work out. But as far as like something that really was in theaters, Get Hard was my first one.
And you know what's so crazy because
Mhm.
I get to know some of the things that you're doing before you do it because
Yeah,
we'll talk about it. And I
yeah.
still thought, and it's still a body of work that just was like, yo. And I told you, Get Hard was that had to be dope. I always tell
Oh,
you
it
that
was
was one of
so.
my favorites to see you in because you know
Yeah,
you working with Will Ferrell
and
and
it was
Kevin Hart and
William.
T.I.
It was Will. It was Kevin. It
Yeah,
was
it's
Ti.
Will Ferrell here.
I couldn't believe it. And you know what's funny? So they just kind of, I was a little featured extra or whatever, but they bumped me up. So like I was on the phone with my mom, and she
Ho
was
ho
like,
ho
"What?
ho 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 ho.
What?
Say
What?
that again. Please say that again because my
Oh,
followers do not understand this. What happened? Say that again.
so I was a featured extra,
Oh my gosh.
even though I did have to audition for it, but all I had to do was audition by
Thank
twerking.
you.
All I had to do was twerk in the camera. That was my audition tape.
I don't care
So
what you had to do.
I was hella embarrassed, but you know, because the dude that was videoing me was like, white guy was like, Tim was like, okay, yeah, it's pretty good. But it was basically a featured extra. I didn't have any
Thank
lines.
you. I say that because I tell people they'll be like, you have a and I don't know why people have this attitude. Like a lot of people will say, I killed the role. I killed this. Can I be it? And I'm like, no, you probably did kill the role. It just didn't fit. But I do have spots for premium extras where you will get shown.
Yeah.
And they just be like, well, I don't do extras, and I ain't trying. My extra days is over. And I'm like, so many people say that. So a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people can't. I hope they
Yeah.
don't take it personally, but they can take it personally because they'll be the ones who said it. They
Right.
always say, I don't want to be an extra set. You can come on set. Somebody can call out. Somebody cannot be there.
Right.
You can do a job that I seen a little bit better. Say, you know what? I slipped up at the casting call. Damn, I
Right.
didn't know you can display that emotion. How about I bump you up to this?
Right.
But
And
they just
I
too
think
good to be extras.
no, I think when sometimes the ego can sometimes get in the way. Now, if you have done a whole lot of things that
Yes.
are of that caliber, then
You can't be trying to get there though. You
I
can't
can
be.
see you doing the no. I
Thank
can
you.
see you being like your feature your extra days are over.
You
But if
can't
you're
tell me
just
you
starting
did.
out,
You can't tell me you did 18 YouTube web series and now you can't be an extra.
right now, see, yeah, that's what I was saying.
Can't
Now,
tell me
see,
that.
if you're oh, that's my cousin Amelia
What's up,
Jeffries.
cuz? What's up,
Hi,
cousin?
hi.
What's
No,
up,
now
cousin?
I can see if you are like just coming up, it's nothing really wrong with being a featured
Nothing.
extra because you do have to. Because with Get Hard, as I said, I was literally just I was a featured extra. They can give me a name. My name was Shonda in the movie, but I mean, I didn't have any lines. And I remember being on the phone with my mom, and my mom was like, "Hey, what if you have to kiss Will Ferrell?" And I was like, "Mom, I don't even have no lines. They are not going to have me kiss Will Ferrell." On God, my mother spoke that and manifested that literally the next day when I was on set. They were like, "Hey, we're just going to have you like say a couple of lines, just feature a couple of lines, and then we're going to have you guys kiss. And I was just like, are you freaking serious? Like, what in the world? So, like, I just end up being on the couch having one line to, you know, have
Hold
a
on, sitting next to
kissing
who?
thing.
Who was you sitting next
I
to?
was sitting next to T.I., to Tip.
Okay, all right.
So I was sitting next to him, just chilling and laughing, doing my role. And then, you know, I had that one line. I was proud of that line. I was practicing it in my trailer.
Right.
And I did that one line. And then before you know it, they were like, you know what? We like her. Let's bump her up a little bit.
Let's give her some more lines.
Let's give her a couple of more lines. And while we're at it, like, my first scene that I did with Will was like the twerking scene. That was the first time I met Will.
Oh, so y'all filmed backwards. Okay.
With booty in it. Yeah.
Right.
With booty in his face. So yeah, that was pretty embarrassing. But like I said, like,
yes,
it can happen and you can get bumped up. Like, it's definitely possible.
Okay, so a lot of people love you from Insecure. Yes. I remember when you did that. And because we were talking on the phone and I was asking you to play my girlfriend in one of my movies. I believe Brush or Backfire.
It was Brush, because you sent it to me.
And you was like, well, you were going to do it. And then you're like, I got something else that I got to do. And I'm like, okay. And then he was like, we got to do something called Insecure or whatever it was when it was coming.
Yeah.
And they loved you on there. That's
oh my God. I get hot. I'm hot thinking about it. Okay. I literally have so much fans when it comes to Insecure. It is ridiculous.
Can I tell you why?
Please.
I'm going to tell you why. Because it's something that I always tell you on the phone. I believe, one, that you're very underrated.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
I believe you're very underrated. I believe you're going to get where you belong because your grind is impeccable.
Thank you.
But also, the question that DomiNque proposed to me earlier, she also gave me a statement where she saw an interview with Taraji, you know, Taraji. And I always tell you that you remind me of her.
Yeah, yeah.
And she was talking about how it's so hard and how she has to work so many different movies. She has to do 1, 2, 3 movies to make the type of money and to get the type of recognition that a white woman in Hollywood can do one movie on. Yeah.
Just like when everybody was like, so you're a breakout star with Empire, and I used to see her in interviews like, what are y'all talking about?
Yeah, she's dope.
What are you talking
phenomenal
about?
Yeah, and she grinds hard. And
hey, Corey.
So you know, that was the thing with I guess people understand, you know, you're grinding like that, and when they look back, they're gonna say, oh my God, that was her right there. Oh my God, as soon as you get that, I'm talking about that lead, like an Independence Day movie, and you're the woman all through Independence Day.
That would be
that's when they're gonna say that. Just how when you look at somebody like The Game and 50 Cent bring them out, and then you say, oh shit, he right there dancing in the club video. I never knew that was Game.
Right.
But he was probably working all that time.
Right.
So
exactly. Yeah. It takes a while, and sometimes you do feel like you're being underrated, especially when you come from something so big as Insecure. You kind of just want to keep going up.
Exactly.
And then a lot of times, you know, stuff happens and you just start going down and you're like, no. And then all of your peers around you are just steady climbing and you like, what in the world is going on? You know what I'm saying? It's like something isn't aligned, but you know, you still got to keep it going. And I said, you know what? I was like, God, what are you telling me? Because, you know, I'm steadily auditioning and things like that. And then he was like, create your own stuff. So that's what I'm doing right now. And I think that's the avenue that a lot of Black actors and actresses need to take. Start creating your own stuff. And because sometimes you'll have a hidden talent of writing or creating that you don't even know that you have.
I think somebody told you that before.
Yes, you did.
I think somebody told you that before.
You did. And I admire you, John, because you're creating your own avenue and your own lane. And you like, you know what? F it. I'm going to do it myself. And I think a lot of people need to take like what you're like, literally look at your blueprint of what you're doing, because you're creating your own films and getting them on, you know, Netflix and things of that nature and getting them out there. So I think a lot of people need to do that as well. Even if you are at the top of your game, I still think it's good to create.
Yes, a lot of people do it.
Because it's nothing better than being your own boss. I've started to realize that.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
Marlon Wayans, Keenan Ivory Wayans. Marlon was like, they don't like my movie, I'll make another movie. Or you don't want this movie, I'll make my own movie. Tyler Perry, all these guys that started
Yeah.
making their own, Jordan Peele, and
Mm-hmm.
hold on, my train of thought was when you said that it's like being your own boss. You have the
Boss.
creative control to do what you want to do, and on top
Mm-hmm.
of that, you have a hell of a story.
Yes.
You have a hell of a life story.
Oh my God, yeah.
I
And
know
I
I
can't
probably
wait
don't
to
even know the
tell it.
half of it, but the part that I do know, I can watch it in the movie. And if you write it and do it yourself, you can write. See, the thing about being blessed enough to be able to carry a movie, once you write that movie, it's like I
Mm-hmm.
can find the child to play myself, but then I can play myself as the adult. You don't have to find the actors to play
Exactly.
you. You can do it yourself.
Exactly. Exactly. You really can. And that's the beauty of it, especially if you have all of your people. And I've been learning that now with creating my own stuff. If you have your own showrunner, you got your director in place, you got your actors, potential actors in place. You know what I'm saying? You can go up to a network, and this is what I've been fed, and be like, this is it. This is what I have. And you have complete creative control once you come ready. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So yeah, it is good, and you can play yourself or play whatever character that you want to play in it.
Whatever you want. And it's your
You know,
vision. So you know how you want to see it. So it's like you're
exactly.
gonna execute it better than
Right.
other
And
people. That's the
and like
luxury that I have.
yeah, and like the show that I'm creating now, um, I feel as though I've missed that age mark of this particular show, but I am still gonna put myself in there some kind of way.
Well, let me know
Not
when the
being the main
auditions be.
character.
Let me know when the auditions, because I'm coming.
No, most deaf. I just but I also am like, you know what? I'm creating a show, even though I'm not going to be the lead. That's okay, though. You know what I'm saying? Because I get off and I get happy when I get to help other people. I want to
Exactly.
create stars. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I want to like really help some people come up. So that's one reason. That's one thing that I'm creating. It's
You got to
something else
find the
that I'm
right
creating.
group.
Yes,
You got to find the ones that want to come up themselves. You can't just find
exactly.
somebody that's
Oh,
talented, but they want you to pull them up.
it's gonna always be about it's gonna always be about the energy that I feel too. Whenever I choose
You
my
see her,
people.
Dom?
Hmm.
You see that right there, lovely Veronica?
Yes.
That's the
Hi.
leading lady. That's gonna be the leading lady in my new movie, Jenny.
Oh,
So I have
congrats.
her on here studying you tonight, and she's new to
Oh,
everything.
awesome.
And
Awesome. Congratulations.
yeah,
That's good.
she
You in
grinds
good
hard.
hands with John. Okay.
She worked hard, so she has that
Yeah.
same ambition to,
Mm-hmm.
you like I said, you want that group that want to get where you see them being,
Exactly.
not somebody that you
Exactly.
have to pull every day. Like, come on.
Well, yeah, and it's emotionally draining, especially being the creator and you have so many hats that you have to wear. The last thing that you need to worry about is trying to pull up another grown person.
They
Do
can
you know what
never
I'm
understand.
saying?
They can never
So
understand.
yeah, it's too many other people that want this and is hungry and is going to come professional.
Definitely.
So, and it's going to show up and show out. So I think it's always good to have good energy. That's my daughter over there. I think it's always good to have like, choose somebody where, you're equally yoked and somebody that actually wants it.
There she
So I
go.
think that that's good.
There she goes. She trying to. Hey,
This is in. Hey, girl. Oh, God. I knew she was going to come up in here.
that's cool. That's
I
safe.
had the
She's
whole
welcome.
cartoon playing in the back.
She's welcome. So
Yeah.
listen, before I ask you this next question, let me run some things down and show them how much of a big dog you are.
Okay.
American Hero,
Oh yeah, I did that.
Eddie Griffin,
Oh yeah,
Steppendorf. These are
that
some
was
of the
after
people.
Get Hard.
Right. So I'm running these down for a reason. I'm gonna tie it all in at the end.
Okay.
Black Jesus with the late great John Witherspoon,
Charlie Murphy,
Charlie
Frank
Murphy,
Johnson.
Charlie Murphy,
Yeah.
Corey Holcomb,
Mm-hmm.
and my man King Batch.
Yes.
On BET, now that's out.
Yeah.
Uh, Christmas Bells.
Spells. Yes.
Omar Gooden Jr.,
Mm-hmm.
John Amos from
Mm-hmm.
everything, Good Times, and he's a legend.
Coming to
Good Times and
America.
Coming to America
Yes.
and so many other films.
Players Club. Yeah.
Um, know what this is about? Deadly Dispatch. I don't know where y'all found Bone Crusher at, but he was in there.
Let me tell you something. I got man. Oh my God. Bone Crusher, man. I know that you listen, but man, like, oh, he's such a good soul.
Yeah,
Oh
he
my
seemed like
God.
he's so much fun to be around.
Oh, he was funny, but he's so sweet. Like, it almost makes me cry because his energy and his soul is so pure and it's so sweet. And I'm just so thankful to God that he was chosen to play my husband in that, because I think it was supposed to be someone else, Killer Mike, the
I
rapper
know.
Killer Mike. If
Right.
I'm not mistaken, he was going to be playing that role.
Okay.
But something happened and they end up getting boned, like literally probably the day of, like right before we started shooting. He knew all of his lines. I did not know that he was good of an actor as he was. And he showed up and showed out. And I was like, oh my God, Bone. He is so sweet. So sweet. I think anybody that meet him will say the same thing.
Well,
Like,
shout
he
out to Bone
is,
Crusher. He just got,
yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
and this is also out right now. Right? Rel on Fox.
Oh, yeah, yeah. They're not doing a second season, but it
Not
was
doing the
out.
second season.
That was recent though. That was recent.
The guy from Get Out was on there. That's Rel.
Yes, Lil Rel
Um,
Howery.
the legendary Sinbad.
Oh my God, yes. Oh, my mom wanted to meet him so bad when she was on the set, but we didn't get a chance
And
to
I
meet him.
understand why, yeah. Just Hilarious is in it.
Yes, she was so sweet.
So I ran all that down just to say you've been on BET, you're on BET,
Wow.
HBO, Netflix, TV One, Fox, VH1. Like, come on.
Wow.
Now let me,
That's a
can I
lot.
tie my question together now after I did all of that?
Yeah.
Give me, out of all of that I just said, and even though I didn't name everything, give me the two sets that you enjoyed the most. Which was the most fun to do? Give me two of them. In order.
In order.
In order.
Um
I know it's hard.
uh Christmas Bells was, I think, my first, because me and Raven Goodwin,
Mm-hmm.
that's my soulmate and my sister for life. We had so much fun with Terry Vaughn directing it. And we was in New Orleans, so I was eating good every day. I was there for 4 weeks. It was just good. The energy was good, you know. So I think that's my first and foremost.
Okay.
And can I do a tie?
Yeah, you can do a tie.
Okay.
I just try to put the pressure on, and then I go from there.
Yeah, but you mean as far as like the good energy, like the
No,
fun,
yeah,
the most fun
whatever,
I had.
whichever one. Like, I had fun on all sets of my movies, but for particular reasons, I have
Well,
more fun.
Insecure was definitely just because, I mean, it's Insecure. And
Right.
then I had fun with Issa, and it was just like my first. So I was so nervous, but I was learning so much. So I did have fun on that. That was really awesome. You know, I love to come back. I
So that's
wanted
the
to say
tie. Insecure and what?
Insecure and Black Jesus.
Black Jesus.
Hmm.
And Black Jesus, you had
But I was also expecting. I was also pregnant with Zen during that time. But it was still like with Corey Holcomb doing jokes and stand-up comedy basically on the side in between
and you was
takes.
next to Corey.
Hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
And even though like his humor, I know to everybody could be very like offensive to the ladies, but he's really sweet.
Corey's
He's
crazy.
not like what he.
He's
Because
crazy.
I was scared of Corey in the beginning. I'm not gonna front, because his comedy could be very like offensive to women, and I was like, oh, no, he's not like that.
So I like how you said you was on Insecure and you said and I was still learning. And you
Oh
had
yeah,
did so
that was.
much before
Let me tell
Insecure.
y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. Funny story, right? So, booked Insecure. Okay, I was still working at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles right there on Pico. Shout out to Roscoe's for giving your sister a job. So I was hosting. So I was in the front. You feel me? So look, a van pulls up. What's the van? The vans the real rich people be doing. Sprinters.
The Sprinter. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So look, Sprinter pulls up, right? I'm at work in my white collar shirt, my Roscoe collar shirt, and my black pants. And I looked at the Sprinter like, I swear to you, John, I say, damn, that'd be crazy if that was HBO, like pulling up. Why was it everybody from Insecure, the whole crew from Insecure scouting locations, and Roscoe's was one of the locations. Mind you, I just got booked. I don't want these niggas to know that I work at Roscoe's. I just booked something. I want these people to think that I was a star before I came on the set.
Right.
Oh my God. So soon as they pull up, they getting out. I run to the back. I did not come out to finish my shift. You got me effed up. You ain't finna do it. So to this day, they didn't know.
Yeah, that's a story you tell afterwards.
That's the story I tell after.
I have a lot of stories on my documentary that they're gonna be like, "You was really like."
Yeah, I ain't finished my shift, baby. I clocked out right in that back.
I clocked out right in the back. Oh, you just left, huh?
I just left. Oh no, no, sir, no, sir. I'm not finna do that one. They weren't finna see that. I did end up telling Prentice Penny, who was the showrunner Insecure. I ended up telling him like after we wrapped. I was like, you know, when y'all came to Roscoe's, the nigga was working there and shit.
Somebody said, well, now they know. Yeah, but see, that's the point. That's the point of doing it afterwards. You don't do it while it's going on, because just the interpretation of it, you know, people would, it can get messy.
And then here's the thing too. And then it was like, you know what? I'm not trying to give these, I'm already new. Right. So I don't want you to treat me like I'm even more new and I'm even more of a freshman in the game. Like, and she work at Roscoe's. Like,
now if you was at the same spot, the same position, and doing the same thing, then it's like, okay, we didn't want to tell that. But now it's like, okay, I've elevated since then. I'm showing you that I still had it in me to work my job and do this, even though I'm on TV and I'm already been on Netflix and I've been on this, I've been on that. But I'm still grinding to do what I have to do. That's a hustler's mentality. I love it.
Yeah, I didn't want them to know that of me yet because they didn't know me. And, you know, and then when you're surrounded by all of these people that's making way more money than you, you know what I'm saying? You're around Issa. So you're around all of these people that's like big time. You don't want to come up in there. You don't want them to know like where you really coming from. Not right now. So what was once embarrassing is now funny.
Yeah, it's a time for everything.
Exactly. It was once funny. Shout out to all of my people, all of my family and friends that's coming in here for me. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all.
Strong.
I didn't realize that because I underestimate myself a lot. So you know, I didn't know that I did have a strong fan base. Until I go home. I went home and I went to Prairie View. Shout out to Prairie View and Texas Southern. I went to PV and I went to the homecoming. And one of my classmates that was at PV was like, so how you doing out there in LA? And I'm like, yo, it'd be hard. I say it's going good, but I'm not gonna lie, you know, I'm experiencing a down spiral right now. You know, it's hard. And he said, it ain't gotta be hard. Because when you walk in that room, you take us with you. Like, you take your city with you. Like, we love you. And PV love you. Oh, my God, John. I went in the bathroom and cried. To have a grown man say, don't be scared. Like, we got you. You take us with you when you walk in them audition rooms. And when you step foot back on that airport to come back out here. Like, to know I got the city with me of Houston. And I got my school with me of PV, you know, of TSU, like that really melted my heart. So to even have a fan base of everyone all over, it means so much to me because especially as actors, if we're not where we want to be, we're like, man, you know.
Right.
But to know that there's still people out there rooting for me and I still get messages of people like, yo, when you coming back on TV or you coming back on Insecure, you know, things like that. It just really does my heart justice.
Because because they know who you are. That's why people want to see it, but they don't know you have everyday life. You have this, you have that, and on and off here, on this show and off of this show, well, whatever, IGTV. I always talk about it on every segment, most of the time, about the grind, the hustle, and self-doubt sometimes. Because sometimes people will look at you and they'll be like, she just winning. She don't got a care in the world. She don't got a problem in the world. Look at her. She on Insecure. She don't get hard. She on BT. She on VH1. Oh my God, I want to be there. I want to do this. But they don't understand. You're giving them your personality. You're not wearing your emotions on your sleeve of what you have going on personally.
Right.
You're a strong person. You're a strong Black woman to be able to separate the things that you go through
yeah,
personally
yeah,
or whatever, and
yeah,
still give them whoever they want you to be. Some
exactly.
people look at you as Tasha. Some people they don't look at you as DomiNque. Some people
And
look at
that's,
you as
yeah,
Shonda.
yeah. And I love it because I love those characters, man. I love Shonda. I love me some Tasha because Tasha was me. So when people look at me as Tasha, I love it. I'm like, speak that into existence because that was a queen and so am I, but she was living, you know? The
Right.
whole world loved Tasha and hated her at the same time. So, I get it. So it's just crazy how it works, how this industry works, and the self-doubt is definitely there. But see, and the thing is, everybody is saying, no, you're this, you're that. But I think as an actor, a lot of us go through the thing of like, yeah, we did this, we did that, but it was short-lived. Do you know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
so we was only able to taste that for like 2 minutes. We want to feel what that feels like to, steady, go up. And it happens. You just have to keep staying in it.
But some people get satisfied with certain things, and some people get hungrier. You can get
Yeah.
satisfied with some of the things you've done and say, "Oh yeah, I'm chilling," and
Oh
then
yeah,
let
some
a
people
lot of
don't
things, a
mind.
lot of opportunities pass you by.
Yeah, a lot
Like
of
for me and myself, when I first my first real thing from or money from acting was the Netflix situation.
yeah.
And when I got a taste of that, I'm like, because I had a lot of self doubt before that. I
Yeah.
was telling you, like, I'm about to just throw this fucking movie on YouTube
Yeah.
and say fuck it and do another one. And then got the call for it to be on Netflix. And then it's like when you see you get paid for something like
Yeah.
that you wrote and you started and you be like, okay, now
You
I got to
want
do it even
more.
bigger. This
I
made me
want bigger.
hungrier. You gave me a small ass plate. I'm
Yeah.
a grown ass
And
person.
see, this is the thing. When you in my position, when you get to the top of a top rated show like Insecure, you start mixing and mingling and becoming friends with people of that caliber.
Right.
So it forces you to not be able to stay dormant in where you were. You have to grind because I'm having lunch with Niecy Nash. You know what
And
I'm
that's
saying? I'm
frustrating too.
I'm besties with Brisha Webb. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yep, and that
April
gets
Jones,
very frustrating.
Yeah, it's a blessing
It's
to
it's
have
both. It's
them
the
as
gift and the
friends.
curse
Yeah, it's a
because you be
blessing
around
to
these
have them
people,
as friends. Exactly.
and what they
It's
don't understand is
great.
nobody gives you nothing.
No,
I,
no, no,
that,
no, no.
it just minds blowing when everybody always act like, oh, I know this person. You got this person around you. I know this person. I know this person. I know this person. Okay, we know you know this person.
Right.
You don't have to keep showing us that you know this person or you know that person. I know almost every rapper. I know a lot of athletes, boxers,
Yeah,
basketball players, football players. They all say, "Hey, what's up, man? Keep doing your thing, brother." Blah 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 blah. They're not going to just give you something.
exactly.
You have to
Exactly.
still earn it just because you know them. That's not feeding your family because you know somebody.
And most people are okay with just being that friend,
Nah.
that no, and it is fine,
Yeah.
like it is nothing wrong with that. But I think for us that has been at this for so long, man, and we literally can't go back because we ain't got no plan B. We've been doing plan
Nah.
A all our lives and been knowing that plan A is gonna work. So it's like
Going back is not an option at all.
it's really not an option. Even if
Going
you try
back.
to get a regular job, they're gonna be like, girl, you ain't even got no experience. It's like you
Right.
have to keep going. And then when you are surrounded around a whole bunch of stars and people that's making moves, man, it's just like, man, I want to be where you are. I want to know what it's like to have my nails done, stay done, hair stay done, and always in somebody's hair and makeup trailer. Like, you know
Right.
what I'm saying? You always want to know what that feels like. But then again, it's like it's a gift and a curse, definitely. But then it's also good to have those friends because you get to, hey, rub shoulders if you need to make a connection or something. If they're real friends, they got you.
Right.
But it still can be like, wow, you're surrounded amongst success, and you just want to be that.
So you got to pick, right? And this is crazy for you. It's gonna be hard for you because you work with
Mm-hmm.
so many people.
Mm-hmm.
You got a male actor. You have a female actress, right?
Okay.
So your agent calls you. Your agent called you. I'm gonna place this question like this.
Oh, my mom's here. Hi, mom.
Hey, mom. Soon as we get off live, your agent call you and say, "Hey, they just posed the opportunity for you to work with any actor and any actress you can in the same movie. your favorite actor or your favorite actress or whoever you wanted to work with the most. Give me that guy. Give me that female.
Eddie Murphy off back.
I knew that
That
though.
ain't even
You've
that ain't
been
even
telling me
without a
that.
doubt. Eddie Murphy and Meryl Streep. I love Meryl Streep, but it's, you know what? I can never do this, John. Like, you making this hard for me. I always got ties. I would love to work with Halle Berry too. You know who else I want to work with who can be my mother? Tashina Arnold. She can be my mother. We
Right.
can play mother and daughter because we look alike. I've gotten that all my life.
Okay, so this is a similar question.
Okay.
5 inspiring actors. Who did you look up to? Who did you look at and say, if anybody, who did you look at and say, that's who I like? You know mine is Robert De Niro. That's one of
Right.
them. That's my
Right.
top dog right there. So I'm like, who did you look at and be like, she's phenomenal or he's great? Like, I just want to, you know.
Okay, I think, of course, like I said, Eddie.
You will never take Eddie out the equation.
I ain't gonna never take Eddie out. I'm manifesting that. I'm gonna meet that man. We're gonna work together.
We're gonna work together.
I love. It's like I like to do different people, but the people that I really looked up to the most, I loved Taraji growing up. Meryl Streep, the people that I just really study. I like Joseph Sikora from Power. I think that he's great.
Yeah.
Regina Hall. I really like her. I can relate to her comedy because she can be very versatile.
You got one more.
One more? It's like, I don't want to be so cliche, but these are the people that's just like been in our face, you know? I like Halle Berry.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's it. That's the same thing.
Been in my face. But I also like Sanaa Lathan, and I love Regina King, you know, and I love Wesley Snipes. Like, these are people that I'll be looking at them on TV and being like, okay, all right. So they did it that way. Omari Hardwick, he's a new one that I just be like, oh, wait, all right. I like the way he did. I like that choice. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're really, really good to me.
And you take on every role. You can do humor. You can be funny as hell. I watch your TikToks. You be cracking me up.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
You can do humor. You can display emotion at the drop of a dime.
Thank you.
What was that? Was that movie? You was in the dressing room somewhere. It was like a Players Club type joint. What movie was that?
That was Because I Love You. If you talking about
yeah,
we were dancers, strippers, or whatever.
Yeah, I just love the dialogue in that. I love the way you.
That was because you've always liked that, John. Ever since we first met, you liked that scene.
I like how you.
We was in the dressing room together, and I was
gave it up. I'm like, this girl.
Yeah. Shout out to Joseph Elmore. He had wrote. Yeah. He was amazing. It was good though.
I'm like, she is dope.
But I also thank you, John, because my cousin Amelia is in here now, and she said that I'm such a likable person, and you know, you don't realize your self-worth. So I think that what brings these characters to life is me. I'm going to give myself credit because those are just words on a piece of paper, but it's about the choice that you make as an actress. So I give myself credit to know that, like, I delivered that role that you like so much well, you know what I'm saying? Or Insecure well, or anything that I will do in the future well. Like, I give myself credit for giving those characters life like that.
And some of the key words in that statement, what you said, I'm glad that you said it. You said, I give the characters me, and I always be me. I be some of me. Even when you a different character, but you're still doing you. I'm glad you said that because I was just talking to Veronica the other day. And I was telling her, like, get ready because she's never did anything like this before. I'm like, get ready because I'm not playing. So when we put you somewhere, you're going to be having interviews and cameras in your face and this. And she's like, well, what do I say? And when I'm, you know, in front of the camera, I said, always be you. You can never go wrong with giving the people you, being yourself. You know, you can never go wrong.
Yeah, it's all about the choices that you make. If you read the lines and you feel like this is a choice that the character, how it's written, how this person would say it, but still, if you want to incorporate your own twang, and I think that's what makes like actors that I named, like Eddie Murphy and Taraji and Halle and Meryl Streep, they put their own little twist in the words, and I think that that's what makes them unique,
And
and
how
that's
you
what
feel
makes a
about
lot of
this?
people look at them.
I don't mean to cut you off because we're getting short though. How you feel about this? Because this is another situation that I be having with her.
Okay.
She gets caught up on the look. And I
What's the
tell
look?
her, the look mean, if I say, you might have
Oh,
to
that's
have
a
your
good
hair this
question.
way. You might have to have your hair this way. You might not have to have makeup on. You might have to have this and that. And she'd be like, no, she's worried about the looking cute. And I'm like, no, 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 no. You
Oh
look cute. You
no.
look cute at the premiere. You look cute when you're rich, chilling in your mansion. If your role
Oh
requires for you to look crazy, no makeup, that's why when good actors cry, they got snot, slime coming out their mouth. It's
yes.
real. If you come in a house and you see somebody murdered, you're not going to be like, oh my God, my husband murdered. You're going to cry. You're going to
Yeah.
look stupid. You're going to look
Yeah.
exactly how you look when you cry. So
Exactly.
that's what I try to tell her. So what about, can you address that to her and any other actress on here? Because not just her, a lot of people I never even casted because they do that. Because they come in wanting to be who they are on the street. They want to dress good. They want to look great for the camera. That's all good and all, but that
Yeah.
character might not requires that.
If you want to stay mediocre or want to stay at a certain level, not, just mediocre. If you want to stay at a certain level, do that. Focus on your look and things of that nature. But that's not an actress. I think an actress is somebody that just lets themselves go.
Right.
And that's a lot of people. If you notice all of these people that are, award-winning actresses, or even people that haven't. Oh, Angela Bassett is another one that's good that I didn't even say.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay to get ugly, because sometimes that's what makes people draw themselves to you. Because sometimes when you cry, you're not like pretty.
You're
Sometimes
not.
when you wake up, you don't look. It's all about being relatable to
Right.
people. You know
To
what
the
I'm
world.
saying?
Yeah,
So
right.
you can't. Everybody isn't glammed up when they crying all the time,
I
or
never look right in
feeling
my movies.
heartbroken, you know, or going through a traumatic, situation. You have to let yourself completely go. And
Exactly.
and that's even me. I'm working on that. Letting myself completely go in a scene, and just, if it's crying, if it's showing emotion, bring that emotion out. It is okay to get ugly, because a lot of times that's when you're doing your
That's how
best.
you did.
And
And
that's
first of
when people
all,
are actually feeling you, when you are
exactly.
actually just like letting loose and just putting that work in that character. That character deserves, if that character is supposed to be crying or showing any type of emotion, happy, sad, mad, you give credit to that character and that writer, and you act that scene out.
Exactly.
And
Thank
it's
you.
not even about how you're supposed to be looking. I mean, it'll be plenty of scenes where we have a glow up and we looking fine
Exactly.
and
That's what I
stuff.
say.
But
Because
if you want to get to that next
you
level,
got a mission. My
yeah,
mission is to get the money, not to get cute. If my mission was to get cute, I would go shopping and buy a bunch of Louboutin and Gucci and shit and get a haircut
yeah,
and
and,
buy.
and you can do all of that at the red carpet.
Yeah, that's
But
easy.
you gotta do good in order to make it to the red carpet and stuff like that, so you
Exactly.
can see that glow up. So
Yeah.
it's okay to let yourself go, and just know that you beautiful with or without this
Right.
glam and stuff like that. It's all about getting ugly or getting
Get dirty
whatever.
now so you can be very clean later.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh my God, they mentioned Viola. Y'all making me feel so bad. That's the reason why I'm saying, y'all, it's so many good actresses and actors that I literally be studying and looking at. And it's so hard. I'm gonna have to get like a top 5 in my mind all the time.
Okay, so
But Eddie Murphy is always my first.
we got about 4 or 5 minutes, right?
Okay.
And this is what I do after every segment on here. I like to ask, if I call you tomorrow, Monday morning, and God bless both of us to still be here on this earth, and I call you tomorrow around the same time, 5 years from now, what are you doing? This is not the typical. I don't want you to answer. I do want you to answer it this way, but it's not the typical. Where you see yourself in 5 years? I want you to. When I ask this question, I want to see if people have a plan. If they really believe. What are you doing? Do you believe this is going to be? 5 years. I pick up the phone. I call DomiNque. Where are you living? What the house look like? Where is the house? How's the cars? Where's the kid? What are you doing? Are you still working? Are you acting? All right, did you get your own projects off the ground by now, and you
Mm-hmm.
bringing in income from that, or you just did everything that you plan to do within that 5 years, and you're just retired, living life? What are you
Oh,
doing?
well,
I
oh
call you,
no.
boom, DomiNque, what's up? What you doing? Where you
Heck
at?
no, 5 years from now definitely ain't finna be no retiring. 5 years from now, I want to actually be happy. I want to actually know what it feels like for my projects that I'm working on now to be off the ground, to the point where I'm a creator and I can step on set anytime I want to and still make money. I want to be able to be on any television show, any big television show, any big movie set that is for me and God has ordained for me. I definitely want a nice house back home in Houston and a nice house here, or a nice condo here for me and my daughter, or me and my other future children and my husband. By 5 years, I definitely plan on, if the husband thing or whatever, love life, whatever, I just want to be happy in my career and finally be aligned. I think
Right.
that's where I'm going to be.
That's
Like, I'm
dope.
claiming it.
So you saying in 5 years you ain't trying to be looking for offers, you're trying to be turning them down.
Oh, I'm turning them down. First of all, no, offers are coming to me in 2 years,
Oh yeah.
probably
Okay.
one
Well,
year.
that's all included in your 5 years.
Yeah, all of that. So by 5 years, I'm definitely like, I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know. We'll see. The offer's on the table. Definitely, most definitely. I just want to know what it finally feels like to be able to breathe and be like, I made it. I'm good. I can relax.
Well, they just gave me the 2 minute mark. So listen, DomiNque Perry,
Yes.
I am grateful. I'm thankful that you came up for me. This also shows what type of person you are, because a lot of people at your status, sometimes they be like, nah, I'll talk to you, we'll still kick it, but I don't want to get on there. I don't want to do this. You know how people be.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, so I appreciate you for that. You know what I'm saying? It was a pleasure. You could tell people
Yes.
anything that you want to tell them, what you want to see right now. You got 1 minute and 20 seconds.
Oh, okay. Thank you guys for listening to me. I appreciate you. My story is not over. I have so much to tell. My testimony is very great. And I'm definitely trying my best to get back on the screen. I'm creating, and so hopefully I
And
just
watch
wish for the best.
and go watch all of the stuff that I named on here when y'all watch
Oh
this.
yeah, Christmas Bells, Insecure. Go back and watch the first 2 seasons. Go back and watch the seasons now. You know what I'm saying? On it or not, just watch all of the stuff that I was on, and be on the lookout for all the stuff that I will be on.
Appreciate you. And for all DomiNque's fans and people that's on her page, I have a movie on Netflix called Backfire that I
Yes.
wrote and that I starred in. Please check that out and
John, you stay writing.
be on the lookout for my new movie Jenny coming out soon as the COVID-19 thing be over and we get back on set.
Yes.
You know
I
what I'm
love you,
saying?
John, and I really appreciate you for believing in me and wanting to talk
Always.
to me.
I love you too. I'm gonna hit you with a
Yeah.
Teddy rally.
Oh, Teddy!
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
hit you with
hit
a
you with the
Teddy
pretty
rally.
baby face.
Yeah.
All right.
Yo, thanks, yo. I'll be
Thank
calling your
you.
phone.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thank
I mean,
y'all. Wait. I don't even know how to exit. Oh, I just
it's
did it.
going off anyway.